What's going on, everybody? Today we are back with brand new WWE and wrestling action figure news. A lot to cover, and I figured I'd make just one big news video about it because there's so much stuff that has kind of happened over the last week or so that we can talk about and just sort of break down. Lots of new figures coming out, lots of sort of rumored stuff, some just different things coming out that I'm pretty excited about. So I just want to dive into it with you, cover all the news, and get into it, man. So let's start things off. We do have quite a bit to cover, so I don't want to waste any more time. So I guess we can start things off with this, and I'm not going in any particular order. But the first thing I want to talk about is the apparently leaked Ultimate Edition lineup for Series number 27. So you guys know that in Series 26, we do have Yeet, No Yeet, and Drew McIntyre. We have Jimmy Uso, Jey Uso, and Drew McIntyre. That is going to be Series number 26 that's coming after the Damian Priest figure and after Ultimate Edition Series 25 that should be hitting relatively soon, I imagine. We've already had 24 in our hands for a while, but I'm going to get into Ultimate Edition Series 27. You guys know that now that there are 3 figures instead of 2 figures on the line, but the first figure in this lineup is going to be CM Punk. CM Punk getting an Ultimate Edition in the main line here. Now, we do know that he had his Ringside exclusive figure that was very great. Everybody loved that figure, adored that figure. It had the 4XL t-shirt and everything like that. That is apparently going to be the second Ultimate Edition now because he is going to be in Ultimate Edition Series 27 with CM Punk getting it here. I imagine this is going to be more of a main appearance or a current day CM Punk. I don't expect this to be a throwback Punk, and I don't know if the images are true or whatever, but apparently it's going to be in his pink and black gear, or that's kind of what the image was used for this, so I don't know, maybe that's true, maybe that's not. And I got this information from Mitch Craig on Twitter, and he's usually in the loop on things like this, so that is where I'm getting this information from here today, at least on this specific topic. But I'm excited for a CM Punk Ultimate. I think that it's fair, I think that it's valid, and getting a, modern day CM Punk and things like that, I think that it should be pretty good. Depends on what accessories it comes with and everything like that, obviously, what the attire is, but if it ends up being the black and pink attire, if it ends up looking like the image here, well, I mean, that would be really good with me. Maybe it comes with a cloth goods hoodie, maybe, all those different things. We'll have to see how everything goes with that. But the second figure in Ultimate Edition Series 27 is going to be Bayley. Bayley getting an Ultimate Edition here. We know that women's figures have improved immensely over the last few years, especially with the Ultimate Edition Asuka being the best figure they've ever made, as a women's wrestling figure. Then we have the Rhea Ripley Ultimate. I know the Bianca Belair Ultimate was really good, so they have made quite a few really good women's Ultimate Edition figures, and I imagine Bayley will stay on that same exact track. She'll probably have butterfly joints, and I think it is her WrestleMania 40 gear, so it's going to be her winning the Women's Championship. I imagine it will come with that Women's Championship. That would make the most sense to me, so I imagine we're going to get the new Women's Championship with the Bayley figure from WrestleMania 40. I guess technically it hasn't been that long since she got her last figure, but it was Elite 109, and it's outdated. It was outdated when the figure came out, so this is going to be a singles Bayley, or, on her own winning the championship there, so I think the Bayley should be good. And the last figure in Ultimate Edition Series 27, apparently, or allegedly, is going to be Logan Paul. Logan Paul getting his second Ultimate Edition. We know that we had the Mattel Creations exclusive way back in the day, and based on these images, again, it's going to be WrestleMania 40. So U.S. Championship, Philadelphia Eagles inspired gear, and his first Ultimate was really good in terms of posability and the likeness and all those things, so I imagine this figure is probably going to be pretty good as well. Say what you want about the guy, at least the figure should be pretty good. His top picks figures have been good and things like that, so far, I mean, that was probably my favorite gear that he's worn so far. You guys know that I always talk about his gears. His gears are still awful, but that Philadelphia Eagles gear was probably my favorite gear. So Logan Paul, Bayley, and CM Punk apparently coming for Ultimate Edition Series 27. Should be a pretty interesting set, all modern day there. We know we get our fix for flashback figures in other ways, for the Ultimate Edition line, but I think that's a solid, modern day Ultimate Edition line. CM Punk, Bayley, and Logan Paul. I'd like to know what you guys think of that lineup down in the comment section below. If you guys missed out on the Mattel Creations exclusive, the really expensive Logan Paul, I imagine this one, now you will have an opportunity to get the Logan Paul figure, so that's interesting right there. But let's move on. We have more news here. Another point I wanted to dive in today, man, is Hacksaw Jim Duggan reportedly signs a Legends deal. So getting Hacksaw Jim Duggan back in the line here, or at least that's what it seems like. You guys know that when people sign these Legends deals, usually means that they're able to have merchandise. They're allowed to have t-shirts, action figures, things like that. So I imagine at some point between now and San Diego Comic-Con, we will have an announcement about a Hacksaw Jim Duggan. I'm sure they're going to get him into the line somehow, and he will be coming later on down the line. Maybe put him in a Royal Rumble Elite Wave, something like that. They'll probably re-release some some of his other elites we've seen. Probably the face paint figure that was in basic form. They'll probably re-release that in elite form. We'll probably get the Retro Fest re-release, sort of like we've seen in the past with other figures. So I imagine we're going to get Hacksaw Jim Duggan this year at some point announced. Even if it doesn't hit this year, I imagine it will be announced at some point. But other guys that signed some Legends deals, man. Demolition have been signed to WWE Legend deals per PW Insider. So now that Demolition has signed deals, again, we're going to get action figures of these guys. I imagine from the Vault series, greatest hits, things like that. Maybe figures they've never done before. I imagine that they were going to pump these guys out. You guys know that, people get off Legends deals, right? I think that Hacksaw Jim Duggan's a perfect example. He has been under contract before. The man has been under contract before. And then, nobody knows about it, but his Legends deal goes out and he doesn't re-sign, and everybody's like, oh, we just haven't gotten a Hacksaw Jim Duggan in a while, but it's because he hasn't been under a contract. And then, bam, he comes back, and then, they're going to try their best to try to get as many figures as humanly possible. So there's no doubt in my mind we're going to be getting re-releases of their previously done figures, probably greatest hits. Maybe from the Vault. I could see them doing from the Vault. Those figures go for so much money nowadays, so I can definitely see this. I think this is something that is, this is a layup. This is a layup, and I know Mattel has missed layups before. It's not like they're, they don't bat 1,000 or anything, but I think that these guys are definitely going to be getting figures at some point announced again, just like Hacksaw, between here and San Diego Comic-Con, whether it's at Comic-Con, whether it's at WrestleMania. There will be figures announced of these guys, definitely. Before the year is over, we'll know about some figures of those guys. But let's dive into this news. This is so interesting to me, man. Ringside Collectibles yesterday did post this up. Ringside Collectibles launching a new line of figures, man. We have the Unsanctioned Classic Superstars. So this is going to be Ringside exclusive. These are going to be their own lines. We've seen them release their own figures before. They've done play sets, the TLC play sets. They've done announce table sets. They've done their own sort of deal. They're kind of their own toy company in a way, how they produce their own action figures. And this is the Unsanctioned Classic Superstar. So there's a lot to unpack here. Again, what kind of style figures are these going to be? Are they going to be modern? Are they going to be, in the 6-7 inch scale like Mattel? Are they going to have articulation like deluxe articulation? Are they going to be able to move? Are they going to be stylized figures such as Superstars or the Rimcos or the, these different style of figures like this? Lots of stuff to kind of think about. Now, would they do the Bell to Bell series style figures even though they already have that? I don't know. Why would they do that? Why would they change the name of a whole new line if they weren't going to, keep the same exact style figure? Are these going to be like Jakks Classic Superstars? I mean, Classic Superstars is in the line. Are they going to be mimicking Classic Superstars from Jakks? Are they going to have those same similar body molds? Are they going to be in the Ruthless Aggression style? Are they going to be in that Jakks Classic Superstars look? That is another thing to discuss. And also, maybe could they be Deluxe Aggression style? Maybe they, lower the height or whatever, lower the scale and re-release those. As far as everything's concerned, I think this is really cool depending on who the lineup is and everything like that. But since it says Classic Superstars, this makes me think that this is going to be no modern talent or anything like that. And that wouldn't even make sense, really. It's usually these older guys that aren't under deals or contracts with other companies or exclusive to WWE, which I guess anything's possible, but maybe we see a Macho Man in this line or something like that. But I'm really intrigued with this. I think they said they're going to announce the wave on the 26th, so the 26th is coming up not too far in the future. That's next Wednesday. So next Wednesday is when they're announcing this wave. It'll be February 26th when they announce it, and we're going to get on here and we're going to cover the full line or whatever and whatever the hell it is. But it has me thinking that it's going to be some sort of Jakks-inspired figure line, and that's what I'm guessing here. Would it be amazing to do a 6 or 7 inch Mattel scale with full articulation and everything like that? Absolutely. I'd be all aboard that. I would love to see somebody attempt that and try to, match and get in with that and make characters that haven't been made before. But lots of speculation on this line. I'm interested to see what it is, though. I think it should be good. We've seen some different people try their hand at this before, and they haven't been able to quite execute it, I think, to the amount that it needs to be able to compete with Jazzwares and Mattel on this scale. But maybe this will be the ones that finally do it. And if this is Classic Superstars, I'm really intrigued to see what everything looks like. Is it going to be quality, things like that. But the Bell-to-Bell figures were well made. They weren't my favorite line ever, but they had some really cool details. And they had a really good lineup of figures, too, like the character selection and things. So I'm interested to see what comes of this. You guys can leave your speculation down in the comment section below. But my guess, if I had to stand back and say, okay, make your guess, try to make my best educated guess to be right, I would say that it's probably going to be, Ruthless Aggression style figures in the modern day. Maybe a little bit better details, stuff like that. but hopefully at the end of the day, these are just good. But that was announced. I think that was really cool. But let's move on to the next bit of news that we have here, man. And next up on the Jazzwares Vault, man, we are going to be getting this new 2-pack of the Ring of Honor Hardy Boys here. Vault exclusive, one of 3,000 Hardys. We got Jeff, we got Matt here. We got broken versions of both characters, and these look so damn good, man. I am loving the way these look. You guys know that we don't really care for the scale of these figures. I've seen some people be able to tweak them and make them into the Mattel height and stuff. You guys know that their heights are kind of a little too tall and things like this, but we have the Ring of Honor Broken Hardys here. They are going to come with the modern Ring of Honor Tag Team Championships, and people were asking about that. Apparently, the Ring of Honor Tag Team Championships, they don't own the rights to those, or Tony Khan or whoever doesn't own the rights to those anymore or something like that, so they did go with these versions here. Not a big deal. I think that all the details are here, though. I think that both Matt and Jeff look good. Jeff looks a bit plain besides his entrance coat and his head sculpt. Obviously, you have like just the black pants and things, but the black and white sleeves are really cool. I would love to, do some fix-ups with some different Hardys and stuff. I don't even have the Amazon 2-pack yet, so that's something I definitely need to track down before I get this set so that I can have all the different Hardys in my collection as we expand here. But Matt Hardy also looks good. I like the pants and everything. It does look like he is going to be out of scale, similar to how his Series 4 figure was, and that was so long ago. I would really love to see the scale fix, but the figure still moved really good, and it was a good figure. It was just too big was the thing. It had a big head sculpt and all these different things, so it would be really nice to see that come to fruition and have a different, formula and things of this nature, but the Matt Hardy does look really good as well. The silver and black hair, everything like that. These are really good figures at the end of the day. I think these look really, really good, and I do believe these go up for order in 5 days or so. I think it's the 25th or the 26th, if I'm not mistaken, on Jazzwares Vault. They have a countdown on their website right now. Let me go check out what it says right now so that you guys can be in the loop here. All right, so in 5 days, 3 hours, 50 minutes, and 30 seconds is when this is going to be available. So I guess it's going to be the same day as the Ringside exclusive announcement, as the unsanctioned line. So the 26th, I guess it would be, at around like 10 a.m. Central Time or 11 a.m. Central Time, these are going to go up. I'm definitely going to try my hand to get these. I imagine these are going to be really popular. I mean, the Hardy Boys move mountains when it comes to popularity, so I imagine these guys are going to be very sought after. It's just the way it is. It is the Hardys. They're one of my favorite tag teams of all time, if not at the top, and Jeff Hardy is one of my personal favorites of all time, and I love Matt so much. So I think that this set's going to be very popular, but I definitely want to try my hand at getting these for sure. So the Hardy Boy Ring of Honor set looks really cool, and official broken Matt and Jeff Hardy is actually crazy. I'm actually really excited for it. So these look really good. I'm excited for it, but we also have another Shop AEW exclusive, and this is going to be Toni Storm. Now, this has already came and went, so if you guys missed this, I do apologize, but we didn't really get a chance to talk about it. But the Shop AEW Toni Storm, they actually sold these at the show out in Australia this past week, and people did get their hands on it. I think they had a quantity available there to purchase it, plus they had the ones online. I did end up getting 2 of these. I want to open one, and I do want to keep mine mint on card. Still waiting on our Will Ospreay. I've always picked up the Shop AEW exclusives. Always thought that they look so good in package and things like that. So I definitely want to grab this. Toni Storm looking pretty good. She comes with sort of a Toni Storm jersey. She's got the Women's Championship. She comes with the shoe, and then she does have kind of this maroon and white gear. But I like the white boots. I like the white wrist tape, and pairing this with the other Toni Storms in the collection should be fun. But I thought it was a fun figure. I think it looks really good mint on card. Really wish that, it had maybe a little bit more going on, but it's still really good. I think this looks great. I'm going to put the, I really need to get my women's shelf display. When I first moved in this house, I haven't been able to set up a spot. I lost all the room, and I really need to make an AEW women's shelf. I really need to get, that display going. I may have to move it to the other room, unfortunately, but that may be how it has to crumble there. But definitely picked up 2 of these. I think mint on card, this is going to look really, really good. And I'm also hunting that damn Sting Shop AEW exclusive. But here's Toni Storm in the flesh there. If you guys got that one, let me know if you picked that figure up, but it does look good. But the last bit of news that we have here, man, was we had a Superstars figure announced, and this is pretty cool. I want to go through here and make sure that I didn't miss any news or anything like that. Okay, I think we're good. I think this is the last thing. We had a Superstars figure announced, and it's going to be the Great Muta. Great Muta, man. He's like Muhammad Ali, but they pumped his figures out way faster. I mean, Jesus. They have pumped this guy out so fast, and there's so many different Great Muta figures coming in 2025 into 2026. But we do have Great Muta here for the Superstars line. This is another guy that you guys know that, again, they have the license, and they're going to try and get as many figures as possible, especially if, the figure will sell or, they may like a specific talent. And we have Great Muta here in the red, and this is a very cool figure. I love the Superstars line in terms of the aesthetic of them and everything like that. They look absolutely incredible, but we have the regular edition in the red, and then we do have the black chase, and both look really, really good. One thing that's interesting to me, so in these images, you'll see that he does come with an interchangeable head. So on the red pants, he comes with a red head sculpt and a white head sculpt, and then in the black pants, he comes with a green head sculpt and a blue head sculpt. So that's why you're getting those different face paints in there. But that is really cool. They loaded this guy up. I think that, dude, just here in the last year, if you wanted to make a really good Great Muta display, it's all there at your fingertips. You have the Ultimate Edition. You have the Ultimate Edition Chase. You have the Legends coming out. You have, I think there's a Legends Chase too in the Elite Wave. You have the Monday Night Wars Great Muta. You have the Monday Night Wars Chase Great Muta. You have these Superstars figures. So you could make one full big display of Great Muta figures if you wanted to with all the different Mutas they're making. But this is a really good figure. I love the spray mist effect. I think that looks absolutely incredible. That looks so awesome. I like it better in Superstars line. Maybe it's because it's a bigger scale, but I really like the way that looks. I think it'd be cool to get a Triple H doing that with the water coming out, and you could like pose him like he's on the apron. I think that would be a really cool. That's what they need to do next, is a Triple H water spray effect that you can plug into the mouth and have it coming out right there. So I think that would be really cool. But we do have 2 Great Muta Superstars figures, but I think that is all the news that we have, man. Lots of stuff. Again, these are all kind of random. There is a lot to cover in these, so I just wanted to kind of put it in one full video, full slate, just talk to you about it and discuss everything that we have here. So we have a lot to run down. Let's just do a quick recap here before we get out of here, just in case you guys missed it. But we do have, Ultimate Edition Series 27 announced. We have, or not announced, but it's kind of leaked out there right there. CM Punk, Bayley, and Logan Paul all getting Ultimate Editions. That is one first time in the line, unfortunately. I didn't really discuss that, but that's only one first time in the line when it comes to different characters right there. But you guys know, they love to redo people. Like, we're going to get another Cody this year, probably announced at the revealed event, probably made to order and things like that. But I expect this year to be really good in terms of quality of figures, but that remains to be seen as we progress through the year. But Ultimate Edition Series 27 announced with Punk, Bayley, and Logan Paul. We had Hacksaw Jim Duggan signing a Legends deal. We also had Demolition signing a Legends deal that we talked about as well. We have that unsanctioned Classic Superstars Ringside exclusive line that's going to be announced on next Wednesday on the 26th. So we'll see what that wave is all about. We also had the Ring of Honor Jazzwares Vault exclusive Hardy Boys revealed, so they put up those images, and those are actually going up for order the same day as the unsanctioned line announcement from Ringside Collectibles. Then we also had images of the Shop AEW Tony Storm. If you guys missed that figure, it is completely sold out. Maybe you can get it on the aftermarket, but pretty cool figure nonetheless. It's just a repaint, easily skippable if you already have a Tony Storm or whatever. But that is the thing there. It is Timeless Tony, though, so I guess the gimmick, I don't think we have a color version of her just yet in this specific gimmick, but, maybe you can track that down if you'd like. And then we also had the Superstars Great Muta there. So lots of things there, lots of things to cover, but I hope you guys did enjoy. I'd love to know what you think of all this WWE and wrestling action figure news down in the comment section below. What are you most excited about? What are you skipping? What are you buying? Let me know all of those things down in the comment section below, man. But that is pretty much going to wrap it up for me. Hope you guys did enjoy. I appreciate you all for watching to this point. If you did, hit me with a champ is here comment down in the comment section below. But a huge shout out to our Patreon members as well, man. You guys are absolutely goated. And the people that watch to this point in the videos, if you watch all the way to the end, you are truly goated, because that is what helps the channel alive. That is what makes the channel any successful. So champ is here comments down in the comments below, because you are the champ for staying for this long. But I'm getting out, man. I'll see you guys next time. Have a blessed one. I'll catch you guys later. See ya. Blessings. I'll catch you guys next time.